Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are totally peeling back the curtain on an everyday business you probably drive past all the time. And to help us out, we've got our trusty animated stickman guide. He's going to walk us through what is actually a highly sophisticated financial model hiding in plain sight, the modern car wash.
So, how much money can one car wash actually make? Our stickman is scratching his head over this exact question, and honestly, we all do. We tend to assume it's just a simple, low-margin service business, right? Well, prepare to have that assumption completely shattered, because behind those spinning brushes and high-pressure jets is a massive, complex economic engine just waiting to be understood.
Section 1. The car wash illusion. The simple fee-for-service myth. Okay, let's dive into this.
So here's the basic visible transaction that we're all used to. A dirty car goes in, a few minutes later, a clean car comes out. The customer hands over $20, and the next car takes its place. It's the tip of the iceberg, really, making the whole operation feel like an incredibly straightforward physical fee-for-service transaction.
Section 2. The subscription revenue engine. The secret to predictable cash flow.
This is where the reality really starts to pivot from cleaning service to basically a software company. On one hand, you have an individual retail customer. They paid $20 for a wash, but they visit rarely. On the other hand, you have the monthly member. They pay a flat $35 every single month. Some of those members might come in once a month, others might come several times a week, but the price stays exactly the same. This gives the business incredibly predictable recurring revenue, rather than just crossing their fingers and hoping for daily, unpredictable drive-up traffic.
Let's do a little math to show the raw, awe-inspiring potential of that daily traffic. If a car wash handles, say, 250 cars every day and the average ticket is $20, that brings in roughly $5,000 in daily sales. Multiply that out, and over an entire year, you're looking at roughly $1.8 million in wash revenue. It's an absolutely impressive top-line number.
Now, what's really interesting is this number right here, over $600,000. Imagine that same location manages to get just 1,500 monthly members. At $35 a month, that is over $50,000 in recurring revenue every single month. So over 12 months, those memberships alone inject over $600,000 of steady, reliable cash into the business.
And that brings us to an absolutely crucial concept, customer retention. That's the ability to keep those members subscribed month after month. The data actually shows that a member who stays subscribed for a year completely alters the profitability compared to hunting down a one-time retail visitor who buys one wash and never comes back. You aren't creating a brand new $35 marketing cost every time a member visits. You are securing a rock-solid, predictable financial foundation.
Section 3. The million-dollar investment. The capital deep underwater.
Before the doors even open, our stickman owner has to clear some massive, sequential million-dollar hurdles. First, he has to secure prime commercial land. A good car wash needs a highly visible location with heavy traffic, and obviously that's extremely expensive. Second is construction, pouring the concrete, installing complex plumbing, massive drainage, and heavy electrical work just to turn an empty dirt lot into a functional facility. And third, purchasing the wildly expensive equipment. Conveyor systems, water recycling plants, massive dryers, and payment kiosks.
Right from the jump, the owner faces a huge real estate decision. Buying the land builds long-term value, but leasing it saves massive upfront capital. Whichever path they choose, it dictates the financing and debt they'll be carrying moving forward. Because let's be real, most owners aren't paying for all this in cash. They are taking out massive commercial loans.
Section 4. Hidden costs of operation. The expenses customers never see.
Let's rapid fire through this list to see just how many bills our stickman has to pay to keep this place running, because it is overwhelming. Even an automated wash needs labor for customer service and daily maintenance. Then there are the huge utility bills. Pumps and dryers just eat up water and electricity. You've got chemicals, soap, wax, tire shine. Maintenance is nonstop. Pumps break, belts snap, sensors fail. Add in insurance, software, and credit card processing fees. It takes a monumental amount of overhead just to keep those brushes spinning.
So, the crucial point is this. Fixed bills remain exactly the same whether you wash 10 cars a day or 1,000. High volume is literally the only way a car wash can survive its baseline operational costs. A busy location spreads all these massive fixed expenses across thousands of customers, which makes the cost to wash just one more car surprisingly little compared to what the customer actually pays.
Section 5. Calculating the bottom line. what the owner actually keeps.
Let's move to the math and see how this builds, or rather, gets whittled down. You start high with a gross revenue of $1.8 million. It looks fantastic on paper, but then operating expenses take a massive $1 million bite right off the top to cover all those labor, utility, and chemical costs we just talked about. That leaves a cash flow before financing of $800,000. The harsh economics of the business are starting to show.
But hold on, the owner isn't just pocketing that $800,000. Remember those massive construction loans? Monthly payments usually come due every single month. Throw in a slow rainy season, maybe some new local competition down the street, or an unexpected major equipment failure, and these things quietly take another massive bite out of that remaining cash flow. You simply cannot look at the $20 price of a wash and assume every dollar is pure profit.
Turning this incredibly capital-intensive setup into a powerful cash-flowing business actually requires 3 non-negotiable pillars. First, high customer volume to spread out those heavy fixed costs. Second, strong membership retention to guarantee that predictable software-like monthly revenue. And third, rigorously controlled expenses to protect those profit margins from entirely breaking down.
When you put the whole picture together, it completely reframes how you should conceptualize the car wash down your street. Think of it kind of like a Trojan horse. A modern car wash is actually a highly sophisticated subscription business and a high-traffic real estate investment, all brilliantly disguised as a simple cleaning service.
So, I'll leave you with this powerful final thought. It's not about soap and water. It's about location, volume, and recurring revenue. The next time you see those giant spinning brushes, you'll know exactly how complex and cutthroat this seemingly mundane everyday business really is. Are there other boring businesses in your neighborhood hiding multi-million-dollar secrets? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep questioning the hidden economics of the world around you.